I think the figure is highly exaggerated.
Okay. How do you pay for that? Because a lot of that money is borrowed, correct?
No. What is correct is that part of it is financed from the state budget. Of course, like every budget, every
Sure.
government, you have to see what are the revenues, what are the expenses, and to control the budget deficit. What is important is that Macedonia in this period controlled the budget deficit at the lowest level, among lowest level in Europe, in the world. And the state debt is also very moderate, so obviously the project like this did not create any fiscal problem for the country. So it's within the normal activities of the various ministries that are undertaking the project.
Now, Forbes magazine, when they listed more than 130 countries, best countries to do business in, Macedonia, surprising to me, came up number 35 on the list. That's a pretty good ranking. Why do you think you got that?
Well, luckily it was not a surprise to us. Because the objective, of course, of the economic policies is not to get high on the ranking, but to actually improve the business setting, business environment for real investors, for real businesses. That's what we are trying to do, and that's what we will continue to do in the forthcoming years. So, again, it's a signal that what we are doing in terms of setting right economic policies, creating proper business environment is on the right path. So, just that beacon is there, and we are following it, and we're getting there.
One of the troubled areas, and the European Commission pointed this out, of course, is the high level of unemployment. Now, official statistics say more than 30%. Some people here in Skopje have told me the real number is probably closer to 20%, maybe even a little bit less than that. But young people especially are hard hit. What can the government do? Is there really much it can do about unemployment?
Absolutely. We've been taking various measures. Again, unemployment is not a problem that is tackled by one or two measures, but you have to set the overall economic policy right. So 4 years, 5 years ago, when this government took over the control, unemployment was close to 38%. In just 3 years, we reduced it to some 32, even slightly below that. So the highest drop in unemployment rate for many years. Now, due to the economic crisis, there was a little bit of a stagnation in terms of creating new employment, but now I think that the trend of increasing investments is coming back. We'll see what will happen to Europe, of course, the European crisis.
But you've got to depend on what happens to your neighbors in Europe, your neighbor in Greece, but you're still optimistic, Mr. Minister?
Absolutely. We have to stay optimistic because I think the government knows what it's doing, and the history, the results are showing that we're on the right path. This year we have the second strongest growth in Europe for the first half, so it shows that what we're doing is on the right path.
All right. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you.
All right. Throughout our Eye on Macedonia coverage, we've asked you to share your images of this country, and our Eye reporters have answered that call. First off, connecting the old and the new in Macedonia's capital, Eye reporter Konstantin Vlaho shot this time-lapse video of the historic stone bridge in Skopje. I like this. The bridge crosses the Vardar River and dates back to the Ottoman era. Konstantin says this: the idea was to show the link crossing the bridge between the modern and the old part of the city. Our reporter Francis Freiberg took these photos of Macedonia's Lake Ohrid while visiting as part of a trip through the Balkans. That's the world's oldest lake. He says Macedonia was a beautiful country with rich history, interesting sights, friendly people, and delicious food. I'll second that. In this video from iReporter Goran Andonov, this is basketball outdoors on television. There's a big celebration here, of course, for the country's 20th anniversary of their independence. And Goran said this: it was an amazing spectacle. It was my first time to see something like this in person. There were a lot of Macedonian flags and happy faces. iReporter, all right, we've got to leave it there. You've been watching Eye on Macedonia. I'm Jim Clancy, coming live from Skopje. We've had a great time here. Thanks to the people of Macedonia. Thanks to all the journalists that we've been with during this trip. Everyone, stay with CNN.
Macedonia, timeless.